If those two were to fight, I'm going with.
This is Jonathan Aggie of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Coach DJ Derrick Jackson here at Top Rank Gym in Las Vegas. Feels like deja vu.
Every time, bro. Every time, man. The same spot, bro.
Same spot.
Yeah.
How's things been, DJ?
Man, it's been great, bro. All amazing. Nothing bad to say. All positive. Life is good. I'm alive and striving every day.
So, talk to us. Obviously, the S&C stuff. You've got a big one coming up with Sandy, fighting Michaela Mayer. Talk us through it.
Yeah, man. You know, Sandy. I know she ready. You know, her and I will have a conversation in regards to this fight here. When that phone call comes into play, and she tell me that she's ready, we're gonna get to it for sure. Sandy, as I always say, she's dedicated. She's straightforward. She puts in the work, and I believe this fight here, man, this camp, it means a lot to her, for sure. So when she called me and tell me it's time, it's go time.
This is your second camp together when this fight comes. So how beneficial is that, you know, for yourself, having helped her for the last camp? You know, I guess you don't now need to like assess her and go through all the process all over again. That's
correct. You know, Sandy and I have a great chemistry. So at this point, you know, when we do come back for this camp, I know for a fact it'll be even better. You know, so I know what she likes, and she know what I expect, and I look forward to it, man. Yeah.
So tell us about, you know, it's an interesting one. You know, I know you've got, you know, Michaela, you've got a lot of respect for her, but yeah, is it, you know, what did you think when the fight got announced, kind of thing?
I was surprised, you know. Yeah, I was surprised, you know, and I mean, you know, those two both are great fighters, and we will see for sure in September. Yep.
Tell us what else you've been up to. Any other fighters you've been working with?
Yeah. Well, one I have for sure. I'd rather not speak on it at the moment. However, in due time, the world will see who that fighter is for sure. Yeah.
You know, is there anyone sort of apart from the fighter you can't announce right now? Is there anyone sort of you're looking to add? Like, how many people do you like working with at, you know, one particular time?
You know, it depends. You know, it depends. I prefer the one-on-one for sure to really get that one-on-one attention. You know, and it just depends on how the fighter feel as well. You know, so my schedule is open upon, I guess, upon the camp. You know, upon the camp that I'm working with.
Just for, you know, fans interested to know sort of how you got involved with it. How would you describe how you kind of got involved in, you know, what you do with the S&C stuff, and, you know, how did you learn from anyone in particular? Like, how did it work for you?
Man, a lot of it came from just over time, but as time went on, I did do my schooling, you know, education, different certifications. Some of the main ones at the time were like ACE certification, just different things that I learned along the way with school. You know, educating myself in the proper books and techniques and things like that, and a lot of personal experience as well.
I guess that chemistry with the fighter, you can't learn that. You know, the book can't tell you. You know, that's got to just come naturally, I'm guessing.
That's correct, man. You know, you have to fill that fighter out. You know, and that you and that fighter have to have that chemistry to be able to feel for each other. You know, and again, as I always say, chemistry is everything. You know, if the chemistry is not there, you just have two great people in front of each other.
Can you ever notice, like in a fight, you know, watching a fighter maybe that you don't work with, can you ever tell, like, if the S&C's been, you know, good for the camp or bad for the camp? Can you, like, tell in, you know, their conditioning maybe? You know, is there anything, like, you would look out for?
You mean as the opponent or as one of my fighters?
No, like, or any fighters that you're watching, you know, can you tell, like, if they're conditioned well for the fight and things like that?
Yeah. I mean, you know, if I get what you're saying correctly, I want to say if I'm assessing a fighter, you're saying? Right. So if I'm assessing a fighter, I would know if he or she has reached their peak or can go even more of a distance for sure. You know, because it's just about paying attention, you know, and having the experience as well to be able to know when he or she is at that level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
DJ, let's get your opinion on some of the fights. Obviously on the weekend, Terence Crawford, full-weight world champion, beating Israil Madrimov. What did you think of his performance?
Man, Terence Crawford he's an excellent fighter. You know, I like Terence Crawford at his style. You know, and style makes fights, right? So one thing about Crawford that I always said about him is that he can switch it up at any given time. And that's what throws fighters off, because for a guy like him, they have no idea which way he will be coming from, you know, whether it's standard or southpaw, you know. So I want to say, man, excellent fight for Bud this Saturday. He did amazing. It was what I expected of him, and he's a sharp shooter.
What would you think of a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez? A lot of people saying, like, maybe a bit too much of a weight jump to go up from 54 to 68 to fight Canelo. Do you like that fight, though?
I like the fight. I like that fight. Yeah, a lot of folks are saying maybe it's too much or whatever. However, if those two were to fight, I'm going with Bud. You know, I'm going with Bud. He's a master at his craft, you know, and
have you ever seen him train up close?
I have. I've watched him. I watched him in his camp. I believe it was 2 camps ago, you know, and I watched Bud, man. He's locked in. He's serious, and he's focused, man. He's different, you know. So when you watch Bud, man, you don't know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? You don't know what you're gonna get, because that guy, it's like he thinks the whole way through. It's never a dull moment in his mind, to me, in that ring when he's fighting.
Another fight people talking about is Bud against Jaron Ennis. How would you look at that fight?
That'd be a great fight. You know, it'd be a great fight. You know, I could be biased in regards to Bud. I'm not taking anything away from Boots. You know, I just feel as though Bud has the experience. You know, he's been in this thing for a long time. He knows what he sees at that present time. And, you know, again, 2 great fighters. I just believe Bud has that experience overall, you know, in regards to fighting Boots.
We saw a bit of an upset in the heavyweight division. Jared Anderson beaten by Martin Bakole. What did you make of the fight?
You know, that was it was interesting. You know, it was a very interesting fight. I like Jared. You know, another great fighter, man. He has big heart. You know, no matter how many times he got knocked down, he kept getting back up, and that showed for a fact that his heart is definitely big. You know, anytime a guy get hit by a guy, you know, that maybe twice his size, and he get right back up, says a whole lot to me. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. DJ, appreciate your time. Give the fans, you know, where they follow you. I'm sure they know by now from our other interviews, but tell them again where to follow you.
I am Derrick Jackson on all social media platforms. You can find me, Coach DJ. I'm here, strength and conditioning. I come to work. And shout out to the UK all day long. Much love and respect.
Actually, one last thing. if anyone watching this is, you know, maybe, you know, looking at, you know, getting into, you know, peak physical shape and, you know, things like that, you know, what would be your key recommendations, just to, like, not even like a fighter, just like anyone, you know, watching this, you know, how would you recommend, you know, getting into great shape, and what do you think the benefits are, particularly about being in great shape?
The most important thing is sleep and what you eat, and watch what you eat. Those are the key components. Sleep in the kitchen. Your diet is everything, you know. And for me, again, I would always tell a person, don't make it a diet, make it a lifestyle. You know, hydrate yourself and get the proper rest for recovery. And that's everything else to fall in line.
And do you feel like that makes you feel better as a person when, you know, you're eating correctly and things like that?
100%, bro. And, you know, it stimulates your mind, your cells in your body, everything, you know, your performance as a whole, you know. So the key, again, are the ingredients, you know, to what you put in your system. It's like a car. When you get your car oil changed, you got to change the oil in your body as well. So you got to detox, that's the oil change, and replenish, you know? So it's the same way, no different. Lifestyle, not a diet.
Yeah, we will leave it there. I think that's some good advice for people watching this. But yeah, DJ, appreciate your time, and I'll see you again soon.
Man, thank you, bro. Always love and respect, man. Again, shout out to the UK, man. Coach DJ, stay up.